Look at your toe. You okay now? Is the vibration clear? The vibration clear. You were so dark, babe. Did you remember what you said to me? Why did you say that? Why did you say that? Huh? You had a weird dream today. What was your dream about?
It was about this like chef or something.
Okay.
He used to be good or something.
Okay, he used to
And
be
then
good. Okay.
he was like
Hi everybody.
in like a series of games and stuff.
Okay.
And like all of them were like terrifying and stuff. Like
They were terrifying games.
yeah.
You watch too much of that TV and that crap and stuff. Yeah. Here, hold on to the crystal. It'll give you positive light. Hi everybody. My name. Hello, everyone.
There was this weird vision of me carrying a shotgun and stuff.
You were carrying a shotgun?
Yeah, and this guy was like running around and when I went into each room I saw like people's organs.
Were you playing that shooting game on the video, the not Call to Arms like on Xbox, but the other one, the shooting game?
I don't know.
On your video game. The shooting games on your video game is going to make you have dreams about killing people. That's why I really don't let you play the negative, angry killing games. So you have to be careful with that. I don't want you playing the killing games because then you're going to have dreams about killing people. And I don't want you to have negative dreams. Well, don't worry, I'm going to get you a dream catcher. We're good. I'm going to get you a dream catcher to catch all those negative dreams. But you have to let those hurtful thoughts release out of your head. You can't keep them in your head. And you will keep them in your head if you think negatively. All right, we have to do this quick, baby, because we have a ride. Yay! To the library. Hi, everyone. My name is High Priestess ISHERA, and today's Circle of Growth is talking sex with your kids. Talking sex with your kids. This is my son, Audrin. He's 12 years old. Say hi, Audrin. Okay, let me tell you something about the energy of sexuality. It puts a lot of people in a crazy, negative, sad vibration, because before we started this video, my son was in high perspectives, but then his energy just changed and he became like really, really black. And he was like, oh, I feel people's pain. My son is so prolific sometimes and things of that nature. So, he's not like feeling his highest of the high today. So we're just going to get through this video because a ride is actually going to give us a blessing to the library, and I don't have to take the stink ass bus. Yay! Okay, so keep in mind, as a high priestess, I don't believe in good and bad. I believe more so in helpful vibrations and hurtful vibrations. So you have to be careful on what vibrations are helpful for you and what vibrations are hurtful to you. Because within realizing hurtful and helpful vibrations, you allow to make sure that your family is not affected by any hurtful vibrations, whether they're coming in within other family members, co-workers, the neighborhood, the neighbors, the people that you meet on your way to your daily task. So be very, very, very careful on the energies that are around your family, because the energies around your family can really affect their disposition. My financial advisor popped up out of nowhere, yay, and he is going to bless me and my son with a ride. He also gave us some awesome gifts. I love my financial advisor. Yay! Yeah. The toilet paper, duh. The toilet paper right there. Here you go, babe. So I want to get this video through so I can get my ride. My car is yet again at the mechanic, but it's all good. Honey Dijon puree never lets me down. She never leaves me stuck anywhere, All right. So Audrin, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What is sex?
Well, sex
Speak up, please, baby.
Sex is when someone puts their dick, I guess, inside a girl's puss.
A girl. Why you always refer to a girl's a vagina
Let me
as
switch
puss?
over. Hello. What's up? Did I miss anything?
My son said, "Let me switch over." Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, so
This
when
is
someone,
new.
so sex is someone.
Where is
when,
this coming?
yeah.
You know that there are different types. You know that there are different types of sexuality because you could actually have sex, through touching, without putting the vagina in the puss. Do you know you can have sexual activity by looking at someone you have a crush on or looking at someone who gets you sexually aroused? Do you know what the word sexually aroused means? Sexually aroused means is when you look at someone and they give you that butterfly feeling inside where you really, really like them, or you more so really, really love them and you want to take care of them and be with them. Those are sexual feelings. And sexual feelings are actually good feelings that are supposed to help you and make you stronger. But what does the TV do with sexuality?
Uh, Let me just.
What does the TV do? You can get it back after you answer my question. What does the TV do with sexuality? The radio, the TVs, YouTube,
Well, it makes it.
Pornhub. Yeah, mommy knows about Pornhub. Yeah. And I know you do. You should have saw his face like, Mom knows about Pornhub? You want to take a break? Go ahead, take a break on the floor. I'm still listening to you. He's on the floor. This conversation of sexuality will have your kids feel very uncomfortable because sadly, this world perpetrates a very high dysfunction with sexuality. But as cosmic families, we need to teach our children about sexuality because it's a part of their power. Okay, what was that, babe?
So I know what TV video games and like.
Okay, what do they do with sexuality?
Especially Pornhub.
Okay.
So like.
Especially Pornhub. We're not even going there.
So it does like it makes it seem like kind of aggressive and stuff. Like,
he says the sex on Pornhub is kind of aggressive.
And sometimes there's like
he's raising his hand like he's in school.
And sometimes there's like these viruses on these websites. Like you go on one of them and then they show you like a lot of porn stuff and then they show you like you want to play this sex game. They
ask you if you want to play these sex games. You heard it from my son, okay? Cosmic families, they have these viruses, which what we call in this world sexual STDs or spiritually transmitted spirits. Yes.
There's like text that says, "I come 3 times in 1 minute."
Do you know what the word "come" means?
Yes.
What does "come" mean? My son is doing. It's when a guy ejaculates from his penis, from the tip, and sperm comes out of it, and that's what makes the babies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even on like Pornhub, they even like do like sex videos that are really aggressive and stuff, and like big ass stuff and like.
He says sex is aggressive and they have big asses. I don't know. You could hear them because he talks really low.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
Okay, all right. And how do you feel when you watch these? Well, when you run by them or when you saw them, how did it make you feel?
Well, the first time I saw one was like I actually didn't really know what it was. Remember that first time when I was like
he said the first time he saw it, he didn't know what it was.
remember the first time I was like very little and
Yeah.
I found this site on
On the computer when I
yeah.
put you in front of what? Was it like a game to play or something?
Yeah, it was like a good game or something.
Oh, it was an educational game.
Yeah, and then I like you can go on these games, and then I went like even this, and then you went like no, that is for big grown-ups only.
Okay.
And like
So they purposely advertise and show dysfunctional sexual content to our kids at a very young age. And the computer, yeah, you could look at the computer now. The computer utilizes it to cause dysfunction in our family. Now, sex is just a word, babe. It's a word that means loving one person to another or loving yourself. It's not a bad thing. It's actually something beautiful and something sacred and something divine. It basically means play. It basically means play. Okay? So know that sex is not a bad thing, but a lot of people make it bad, a lot of people make it hurtful. I don't like to use the word bad. A lot of people make it hurtful. What do you think rape is? Helpful or hurtful? Helpful?
Just really hurtful.
Hurtful, okay. What do you think is being aggressive, so aggressive that you make someone cry? Helpful or hurtful?
Just downright dirty, naughty, and just I want to kill you.
Yeah, like
I want to kill your mother.
I want to kill your mother. Yeah, negative. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. So we have to open communication with our kids to make sure they comprehend that the sexuality is a beautiful thing. When mommy's practicing her tantra meditation and her tantra yoga, and that is a form of sexuality to mommy because of her spirituality. Because of her spirituality, is that helpful or hurtful?
Helpful.
Helpful, yeah, very, very helpful. So sexuality really depends on how you execute it. All right, so let's talk about the different sexual love combinations that they have on this earth. I'll do the first one. The first sexual love combination is the sacred divine sexual love combination. And that is, because I have the next question coming up, that is the man and the woman. This is sacred divine sexuality when a king and queen comes together and have sex to play and love each other to create what? A baby, a legacy, a bloodline, a lineage. Okay, but what are other ways you can have sexual combinations? I said one, girl, boy. He's being sarcastic. Forego the sarcasticness, just get through the conversation. Okay, girl, girl, he said. And girls in this world is called lesbian. What else? What other combinations?
Boy, boy.
Boy, boy. Boy combinations are considered gays, okay? Lesbian and gays, correct. But there's also something called asexual. Do you know what asexual is?
No.
Okay, asexual. The definition of asexual is someone who is not feeling sexual desire for either the male or the female. And I think asexual is the perfect word to describe someone who does the process of the awakening correctly. Because there are many times when you feel asexual energy during the process of awakening because you choose within internally to not really desire a male or a woman, but you focus on yourself and your growth self and not looking outside of it through other people. Okay, so know that there are many sexual combinations, boys and girls, many sexual combinations. Sex is also a word to describe a body. What sex are you, Audrey?
I am a boy sex.
Yes. And what is mommy sex?
You are a girl.
Female. Okay. Oh no. And make sure it's on silent. Okay. So because sex is not only an action, it's also a description of a body type, male or female. So when you're on this awakening walk, you have to reach a level of where you're not just a boy, you're not just a girl, but you have the feminine and masculine principle within yourself. You have to achieve a level of female and male sex within yourself. And the first way you do that is how, Audrey? By exploring. And how do you explore your sexuality as a human being correctly?
By like seeing how you look and stuff. And like,
good. I didn't think about that. My son said, seeing how you look, checking out your body, knowing, being full of wisdom about your body, looking in the mirror. High five. That was a good one. What else?
Touching yourself.
Touching yourself, getting to know yourself. Know that masturbation is a beautiful thing, my beautiful budding flowers. You know, it's a sex is beautiful. I don't care what your mother says. I don't care what your father says. I don't care what your uncle says. It's a beautiful thing. The only reason your parents and your guardians have this false perception that sexuality is bad is because TV perpetrates as it's bad, and also entertainers perpetrate it and use it for their good as they're bad, and also the computers and the games utilize sexuality as personifying it as something negative. But we as cosmic families must take back the control of not only our sexuality, but the growth of our cosmic families. And sexuality is a key component of making sure that our cosmic families grow abundantly, grow prosperly, and grow within our sovereign rights. Dead fact. So don't be afraid, because to be honest with you, I was raised within a very high, powerful family, but we never spoke about sexuality. And I believe it hindered me within my growth process, becoming a high priestess. So as a high priestess now, my main goal is to try to wake up other parents to realize that sexuality is a component they cannot run from, and it's a component that they must deal with their children, with their next generations. If you do not, you will have a big gap, a big black hole that has not been chartered, and it will cause a separation within your family thread, within your family thread. Sex is sacred and it's divine, and it creates babies. All right, do you know when you're going to start having sex, babe? That's a stupid question. When you're older? Okay.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to start having sex? Like when you fall in love? Like, because I think you should start having sex, Audrey, when you fall in love with someone and when you're old enough to move into your own place. Because there is no sex in mommy's house.
Yeah, I guess so.
He said,
Also,
yeah, I guess so.
when I be more careful, I gotta be more careful. That's when I start having sex.
Okay, he said he has to be more
Because
careful
like some people like
when he's more responsible.
just like might want someone for their money or for their body.
My baby said someone might want him for his money or for his body. Yo, I'm learning some shit today. That's another thing. You will learn how smart your children are when you stop being afraid to talk to them and you sit with them and you have conversations with them. They will surprise you about the answers that they share with you. Look to the children, yo. Look to the children. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out to Jesus. All right. So I have a question. Axe away. Okay, what was the question? Oh yes. What can happen? Oh, boom. What are some of the things you have to do that's a good idea to do before having sex? You already said some. You said learn your body, look at your body, masturbation, learn about who you are.
Learn about the people and like the sex and stuff.
Don't get what?
Don't get sidetracked. Like maybe that's the wrong girl for you.
Okay, he said, don't get sidetracked. He said, maybe the girl you want to have sex with is not the girl for you, or the girl you want to get to know is not the girl for you. So, don't get sidetracked. Be very careful with, who you choose, to share your sexual energy, whether it's like what my son says, vagina and puss connecting, or whether it's eye to eye contact connecting, or whether it's touching, or whether it's a beautiful, intimate conversation. Sex is more than an action. Sex is a body. And I believe as a cosmic leader, you have to learn to master both your female and male sex body and become one with that before you reach out to having sex with others and not being on your highest frequency, because this causes fighting, arguments, problems, breakups, and also it deals with STDs, sexual transmitted diseases. What about exploring with others? Because boys and girls, you're going to have other kids. You're going, and this kind of freaks out the parents. You're going to have other kids and friends and associates and even sleepovers and family members and even people that are your same age group or close to your age group, and they are questioning about sexuality. So they'll maybe want to see your vagina, or they'll maybe want to see your penis. You might have a cousin who will want to explore and see yourself, and ask you, oh, drop your pants, I'd like to see your penis. And exploring is fine. It's when you get again into and this is helpful energy, but it's when you get into the hurtful energy, maybe like what my son says, maybe they're touching you too aggressively, or when they look at you, you get scared or nervous or embarrassed. You have to go by your feeling. My son has a, let me show you his hand. There goes his hand. My son has his hand up. Okay, you have to you have to listen and adhere how you feel, boys and girls. It's very important how you feel with sex. If it does not feel right, it is your right and your authority to say, I don't want to do this. Stop, stop. I don't want to do this. And walk away, run away, or tell them to stop, or move away, or go away. I don't care if they're your uncle. I don't care if they're your cousin. I don't care if they're your sister. If you feel uncomfortable while you're sexually exploring with other kids your age, you can tell them to stop and move on. Okay? And tell them to leave you alone. But please understand that exploration is a part of growth, is a part of life. All right. And it's a part of knowing. It's the same thing as puberty. Your body changes through puberty, and with puberty comes change. What are some of the different puberty changes when girls and boys go through?
Well, your body gets bigger.
Your body gets bigger.
Your penis gets bigger.
Your penis gets bigger. Hair grows in all different types of places. Hair grows in all different types of places on your head. Your voice gets from this to this. Yeah. So there's many changes that goes on through puberty. And when it comes to your changes, go ask someone you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable about talking about your body changes with your parents, then go to an uncle, then go to a sister, or go to your teacher at school, or whoever you feel comfortable with. Because when it comes to puberty, your body is forever lasting changing for a very long time before it settles. So you're going to learn about so many things about your body that you may not liked it when you were a baby, but then when you get bigger, you're going to end up liking it. So make sure there's always positive vibes happening when you're exploring and getting to know your body. And remember, sexuality is something very private. Just like your breast girls are private, just like your vagina girls are private, and just like you boys, your penis is your private parts, your butthole. Yes, you have a butthole. You have a butthole. You have a butthole. This butthole belongs to you. Nobody else but you. Okay? That's a private part. A lot of people focus on the front and not thinking about the back. Your anus, your butthole, your butt is a private part, just like the vagina, just like the penis, and just like the breastises. And no one should be touching your private parts unless you give them permission. Okay? You have the right to protect your body and to protect your body at all costs. Because sexual attraction is a finicky thing, boys and girls. And because the TVs, because the entertainers, because these books, because the computers promote sexuality in a dysfunctional way, like what my son says, they utilize sexuality as something aggressive. That's something you should do aggressive and maladaptive. And this is causes people to molest their family, to touch their children, to abuse and rape individuals, to cause hurtful, negative, dark energy in a chaotic, negative, hurtful way. And you have to understand that sexuality is beautiful, but a lot of people out there use sexuality as something negative. So protect your sacred temple, my beautiful princesses and my beautiful prince. Protect your body. This video is important to all my kings and all my queens and all my cosmic family people because, and I know that there's somebody waiting for me outside to give us a ride to the library, so I'm going to cut it short. So protect yourself. What can happen if you have sex with a dirty person?
You could get stuck with your baby and just keep having more and more and more and just don't stop. And you could be stuck with that man forever. You could just abuse you, just like break.
1 minute, because I don't think people can hear you. I asked myself, what could happen if you sleep with a dirty person and have sex with them? That's not the answer I was looking for. My son goes, you can mess around and sleep with the wrong girl and then have babies and upon babies with her, and then you get stuck with that person. Or what was the second thing you said?
And then they could start like abusing you.
Or and then they can start like abusing you.
And then like the man could break your heart.
And the man could like break your heart.
Just like dump you, and then just like leave all the kids with you too.
Yeah, that's what kind of the guy.
Or he could take the kids with him and abuse them.
Okay. Or he could take the kids. To be honest with you, that's what your dad did, babe. He got me pregnant. He was kind of like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I never wanted to tell you this, but I feel like I should, because to have an honest conversation with you, I must be honest. He was a sexual freak. You know what a sexual freak is? That's someone who likes sex so much that they'll have sex with anybody.
Oh.
And your dad liked having sex with a lot of people. But I didn't find out till later. Actually, you revealed to me that he liked sex too much, and I'm thank God you came to me, because the truth came out when I got pregnant with you, and I was so happy that you came. I was kind of scared, but I was definitely happy, but even though your father's an asshole and he's a sex fiend, you're only half of him, and I think more of my power is in you than him. He lost out on knowing a great guy like you, a great boy like you. You're fucking awesome. And he just chose not to be a part of your life. And I tried to make him a part of your life. I took him to court and everything. I tried. But he wasn't having it. But that's okay, because we want for nothing. We all good, right?
Yeah. Okay. And always make sure to protect yourself.
My son said, always make sure to protect yourself. With what?
With sex and boys.
What do you use to protect yourself when you're having sexual activity?
Condoms.
Aha! Condom style. Yeah, music interlude.
Wait, what?
Have you ever seen a condom before, babe?
Oh, no.
No time like the present. I'm showing my son what a condom is. When you start having sex, this is what a condom is. And this is what you use. What the answer I was trying to get from you was not that answer you said. What may happen when you have sex with someone who's dirty is you might get a sexually transmitted disease. There are these sexually transmitted diseases, boys and girls, of gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, the clap, crabs. when you have sex with someone who's dirty, and that could be someone you're totally in love with, and boys and girls, they can look clean, they could have the freshest sneakers, they could have the illest clothes, they could have the nicest parents. STDs are inside your body, and you won't know you have contracted it or gotten it until after having sex with the person. All right, look, babe. See, look. You put it on your penis, and then you roll it all the way down.
Oh.
You roll it all the way down on your penis. You roll it all the way down. And then you have the sex with the girl. And then where does the sperm go?
It goes, it stays in there.
Yes, it stays in the tip, so then you don't get the girl pregnant. That's why it's called a condom. That's why it's called protection, because it protects you from getting pregnant from the girl. And all the sperm goes in here. But please know, it's not 100% perfect. Some people have gotten pregnant with condoms. And there's even some girls who punch holes in condoms just to get pregnant. They'll lie and cheat on you. And then the sperm comes in here. So after you come, you slowly take off the condom, and then you throw the condom away. This is a condom, you guys. And they come in many different colors, many different looks.
Many different sizes.
And they also have something called lube. Do you know what this is?
No.
Okay. Sometimes, you remember when you said in the Pornhub how you didn't like how they showed the sex to be rough? Sometimes when boys and girls are rushing to have sex and they don't love on their partner, or they don't take their time, they utilize something called lube. This is lube. It's a clear substance that you can tear open. Let me show you, just so you know. This is lube. When the girl is not wet enough, or when the boy is not wet enough, then, and you try to have sex with them, it can hurt. See, babe?
So you
Show them how you holding it. My son don't play. He's like a touchy-feely boy. There's certain things he won't touch. Like, I take a bite of something of his, he won't eat it. He's very particular on that shit. This is lube. So some adults utilize lube to make the sex more comfortable.
soft and comfortable.
Yes, to make it more soft, to make it more comfortable. Because some people rush into sex, and when they rush into sex, they cause pain because the girl is not lubricated enough. So you can use things called lubrication to make the girl more softer, so it's easier and more softer, and it won't hurt. It won't hurt, because hurtful sex is not good sex. Hurtful sex is not good sex. What are two ways you can attract?
Attract what?
What are two different ways of sexual attraction?
Well, you can like
Think that a girl is beautiful on the
inside.
my baby said on the inside. That's the answer I wanted. Yes. When you want to have sex with someone, it's either they're drawing you because of their beauty, or because of their internal beauty, like my son said. So be very careful on who you choose to have sex with, because they could be beautiful on the outside, but be dark, ugly, and horrible on the inside. Be careful who you choose to fall in love with, because who you choose to fall in love with is the person you end up having sex with. And that person can be outside beautiful, but that person also could be ugly and dark and non-productive on the inside.
Can I say one more thing? We have a guy waiting outside.
Okay, we do have my ride. Yo, my financial advisor came out of nowhere today, and he's gonna give us a ride because my car is broken right now. We were gonna take the bus, and now he's gonna give me a ride. I love it when the vibrations rock with me. Okay, all right. He's saying speed up. All right. What is kissing?
Well, kissing is when the guy and the girl
with their lips. That's a form of sexual intimacy. Kissing. What does it mean when someone has a crush?
means they like You want someone very bad.
Yeah, a crush is when you want someone very badly. And crush gives you the feeling of love, trust, respect for that person. And it makes you want to do what? Have a
baby.
relationship. You should have a relationship with someone before you have a baby with them. It's key that before you have sex with somebody, boys and girls, it's a good idea to get to know the person's outside and inside, how they are on outside and how they are on the inside, and have a relationship with them, get to know them, have conversations with them. Because when you have a relationship with them, you find out if you want to open your sacred temple. What did I say about this? Your sacred temple about it. Yes.
And sometimes guys might take it too far, and like they might like push you and stuff like up against the wall. They might like take the kissing too far and like push and like
that's hurtful feelings. He said
like,
some guys might take it too far and might push a kiss on you or force it on you, like rape, right?
Yeah,
is that a hurtful feeling? Is that a hurtful energy or helpful energy? Hurtful energy.
And then you might try to like push away or something, but they keep on like kissing you, and then like trying to have sex with you, and then when you think you got away, like they put their gang on you, and then like they pin you down and stuff, and then they like force to aggravate with you and stuff, and then you just like tell them stop, and um like always.
My son knows how to break down an aggressive situation with sexuality because that's all they promote on TV. I'm a single mom, so he really doesn't see too much beautiful, sacred, divine union. You know, me, I'm a gangster, so I have never really been around men around my son from since he was a kid. There was only one, and that was when he was super young, and I know he doesn't remember it. So be careful, parents and guardians, on what you are portraying to your children, because you are the first example of your kids when it comes to what they see, when it comes to intimate and sacred, divine sexual movement, sexual thinking, and sexual feeling. You know? Yes. Oh, my son said, let's wrap this up. Boy, please. Okay. And you also can get a serious sickness called AIDS, which is a sickness that you could totally die from, which was made in a laboratory by a white scientist. So, boys and girls, to end this video, because my son said to wrap it up, and my ride is outside. Okay, TV, radio, internet, they all promote sexuality as sexual dysfunction. As a high priestess, I believe sexuality is beautiful and it is defined. And we need to start opening up these communications of sexuality with our kids so they are well adept to handle the sexual experiences that they do deal with when they go out to these public schools and they go out to these colleges and they go out in this world called, in this little school chaotic hell of life called life. Okay, so know that sex is beautiful. Know that sex is divine. And when you, as a cosmic individual, tap into your God body and your God mind, it doesn't matter what sexual you are approached with, you will learn from it and grow from it and become stronger and become better. My name is High Priestess ISHERA, and this has been a circle of growth, sex talk with cosmic kids. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And may you have an awesome Thursday, just like me and my son will have. Love and blessings, bliss and ecstasy, and abundance and peace. Bye, you guys. Enjoy your Thursday. My son is like, peace. Later. And thanks for all who watched live, and thanks for all who's watching the replay. Later.